Welcome back to Firestorm Games and another episode of the Hobby Table. We're again continuing our look at the new Idoneth Deepkin releases by taking a look at this week's release, which is of course the Akhelian Allopex. As with our previous videos in this Hobby Table series, we're going to be building this miniature up and talking about the kit itself. So let's get started and open this box up. Inside the box, what we get is pretty much standard. We get the instruction booklet, which is very nicely laid out. It's full colour, so you know exactly where to apply the glue. We have rules at the back, and at the very back of the book, we also have a basic colour guide as well. Next up, we have a large oval base, as well as some flying stand, which makes sense because this creature is another one of the flying Idoneth Deepkin sea creatures. And finally, we have the kit itself, which comes on a single sprue, broken down into 3 individual sections. So now that we've looked at the contents of the set, let's get this miniature assembled. So let's kick things off by talking about the customization options that you get with the Allopex. The giant flying shark itself has 2 different head options, one of them which has a more closed jaw and the other has a more open looking jaw. The crew of the Allopex also have a couple of different options as well. The pilot, for want of a better word, is equipped with either 2 options of a sword or a sickle scythe-like weapon. The crew member at the back also has the option of being equipped either with the Razor Shell harpoon launcher or the Rotarius net launcher. In addition to this, they can also be shown to either be holding the launcher with both hands or to be loading in another harpoon. In addition to these, we also have various different options that can be scattered about the miniature. These include things like bottles, vials, ropes, and also nets. So that does give us quite a good amount of customization options, which is great if you want to field multiple units of these, because it means that each Allopex will not be identical. So that brings us to how this miniature looks. Now, I really like the way that the shark has been designed. Games Workshop have somehow managed to take a great white shark and make it look even more fearsome. Now, I don't know whether or not that's because it has armor or a giant bolt launcher on the back of it, but I suspect the reason why it's so scary is because it's flying over land, the one place you wouldn't expect to see a shark. Now, I know that the whole flying sea creature vibe that the Idoneth Deepkin have can be a little bit far-fetched, but it is kind of explained in the lore, so it does help to ground these in some sort of fantastical reality. But this miniature does benefit from the rule of cool. So the crew themselves are pretty much standard Idoneth Deepkin. They're wearing that same kind of fluted armor which the other miniatures have looked at, very similar to the riders of the Leviathan that we looked at in the previous video. The structure that the bolt launcher is mounted to is also very interesting in its appearance. Instead of being built, it looks more like it's been grown from a coral reef, which helps to fit it nicely in the Idoneth Deepkin's aesthetics. So the only thing left to talk about is the kit itself. It went together very nicely, and the actual build time was fairly low. This is mainly because the Allopex itself, which is the bulk of the miniature, is made of few components. The fins are single pieces, the body is in 2 halves, and the fin and the tail fin is also a single piece as well. Now, whilst this miniature has been solely designed for use in the Idoneth Deepkin army, you could actually put it to good use in a Cocaridon's army. I'm thinking of having maybe some robotic augmentations and a Space Marine riding on top of it, maybe as a land speeder proxy. But regardless of how you decide to use this, it is an excellent looking kit. So let's get this kit finished off and take a look at the finished Allopex. And here we have the completed miniature. If you're looking to pick up one of these Allopexes yourself, the RRP is £27.50. However, if you wanted to pick up for a slightly less than that, you can go to the Firestorm Games web store, which you can find a link to in the description below and also on the screen now, and pick it up for £24.75. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do let us know in the comments below, and also make sure you subscribe to be kept up to date with all of our future unboxing videos. And so we just want to finish off by saying a big thank you for tuning in and watching this video, and we hope to see you again on Firestorm Games.